Do you have any siblings? If so, how many?
I have one sibling. Her name is Alexis, and she lives in New York. She just finished up working as a production assistant with the Rachel Ray Show, and now she works as what she calls an engineering mom for a German engineering company.
How was your faith as you were growing up in New York?
I grew up in the Roman Catholic Church in an observant Catholic family, so we went to Mass every Sunday. I had to go to catechesis or CCD, where they taught you about how to be a Catholic and what the Mass meant and what the sacraments were. And that had an enormous impact on my faith and continues to inform my faith today. I'm very grateful, actually, for my Catholic upbringing.
Did a certain event ever pull you closer into your faith, or were you always pretty close to your faith growing up in that family?
Yeah, well, I had what I would describe as a conversion experience when I was about 14 years old. I had just a really horrible day at school and was riding the bus home. And I remember my head sitting against the cold, wet window with condensation on it. And it was drizzling outside. And as I walked across the front lawn to my house, I just had this urge to go read the Bible. And I hadn't really read the Bible very much before, but I opened to Psalm 32. And it goes on to talk about how, while this person didn't confess their sin, their bones were wasting away, how they were carrying this burden inside of themselves. And this seemed to really speak to my condition, the weight that had been pressing down on me. And so I knelt by my bed and made my first real confession of sin.
In school, what did you study?
As an undergraduate, I went to the State University of New York and studied philosophy and English literature. I had actually gone in thinking about becoming an English teacher, but also because I'd had this powerful experience of God as a teenager, I was thinking about becoming a Catholic priest. And to become a Catholic priest, you're supposed to have 4 years of philosophy before you enter seminary, right? That's not a requirement for Mennonites, but that's what I did before I went to seminary. I studied philosophy and English literature.
Now we'll shift to MVS. What exactly did you do for your service?
So I was working at Center for Community Justice in Elkhart, which is an agency that focuses on restorative justice, a justice that is inspired by God's shalom justice in the Bible, justice that tries to make things right, to restore what's been broken or harmed by crime or sin, rather than simply on punishing wrongdoers. And so I'm really grateful for the time that I spent in VS, and actually at the end of that period of discipleship, Alan was my sponsor and I was baptized into the Mennonite Church.